Ada grew up in a small, noisy street in Lagos, where dreams often felt too big for the narrow paths she walked every day. Her mother sold roasted corn by the roadside, and her father had passed away when she was very young. From childhood, Ada understood one thing clearly: if her life was going to change, she had to be the one to change it. In school, she was quiet but observant. While others laughed at her worn-out shoes and faded uniforms, Ada kept her head down and focused. She didn't have anyone to guide her. No rich uncle, no connections, no shortcuts. But she had something stronger: determination. After secondary school, things became even harder. There was no money for university. Friends she once studied with moved on, some supported by their families, others by luck. Ada stayed behind, helping her mother during the day and teaching herself skills at night. With a borrowed phone and poor internet connection, she began learning digital skills. There were days she wanted to quit. Days when hunger, frustration, and loneliness pressed heavily on her chest. Sometimes, she would stare at her small screen, wondering if all the effort would ever mean anything. But each time doubt crept in, she reminded herself, if I stop, nothing will change. Slowly, her efforts began to show. Her designs improved. A small business owner noticed her work online and gave her a chance. The pay was small, but to Ada it meant everything. She worked twice as hard, delivering beyond expectations. One client turned into 2, then 5, then more. Months turned into years. Ada built a name for herself. She created a brand, expanded her skills, and started earning more than she had ever imagined. She moved her mother out of the small roadside stall into a better life. The same girl who once struggled to afford data was now running a successful online business, known by many across Nigeria and beyond. With success came attention. People who once ignored her began to notice. Old classmates reached out, acting as though they had always believed in her. Distant relatives suddenly remembered her name. Invitations, messages, and requests flooded her phone. Everyone wanted to be associated with Ada, the successful, self-made Ada. One evening, sitting in her new apartment overlooking the city lights, Ada reflected on her journey. She remembered the sleepless nights, the silent tears, the days she had no one to turn to. And she realized something powerful: everything she had become was built by her own hands. She didn't grow bitter.